Hello everyone. Today I have my empties and half empties from the last week to share with you. This was vendor week, so everything I have here is from L3. I didn't go through and separate my half empties from my empties, so I guess as I go I'll just, put empties over here, half empties over there or something. I just figured since it's all the same vendor, I don't need to separate it, but I guess I could have. Anyway, let me get into it. I think I melted all but 2, maybe 3 things that were in my basket. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how much I melted this week. Oh my goodness, I'm already throwing stuff. I didn't empty a whole lot, I don't think. Well, we'll see, but I did melt almost everything in my basket, so I'm excited about that. Okay, first thing I have is the birds in a scoopable. This is salty sea air, fresh fallen leaves, and juicy pomegranate. So on cold, you get a lot of that salty sea air, at least I do. Salty sea air isn't my favorite. I do like it, but sometimes it's just all I can smell, and on cold, it's all I can smell. But on warm, more of the leaves and the pomegranate come through, and it's really strong. I melted this in the bathrooms this time, and it always performs really well. The majority of her scoopables do for me, so that one still has a little bit left. I should be able to empty it soon, and that's one that I could really melt all year round. It has that fallen leaves, so it's good for fall, and the pomegranate. But the salty sea air makes it kind of year-round for me. The pomegranate helps it be good for winter also. It's a really a universal kind of blend. I think I finished 2 scoopables. I don't think there's any more in here that I finished. So I finished up this Season of the Witch, Apples and Leaves. I absolutely love this. I melted this in all the bedrooms last night. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna finish up this scoop in all the bedrooms. Usually I do different scents. Like a lot of the time I'll put the same scent in the kids' rooms, but then I'll do a different scent in our bedroom. I just put this through all the bedrooms last night. It's so good. It's, again, like, it seems really basic, but it just blends together so nicely and always performs really well. It's really great for fall, but again, you could really do this year round. I emptied a scoop of pumpkin peanut brittle. You can tell this was old. This was like my first order from L3. I really wanted to get through this week because I do have a whole other scoopable of this, and it's not my favorite pumpkin peanut brittle. It smells good. It does smell good, but it's not my favorite pumpkin peanut brittle. So I wanted to get this scoop emptied. It does smell really good though. But it performed pretty well, more of a medium. I do feel like this was stronger when I first got it, but like I said, you can tell by the label that it's old, so I think it's weakened a little bit, but it was still like a good medium to medium high performer. But it still smells really, really strong. Like this scoopable still smells super strong, but I don't know. I remember the first time I melted it, it was like insanely strong. Still good. I don't think I'll repurchase pumpkin peanut brittle from L3. I would maybe grab it in blends if there was a blend that sounded good, but I found my favorite pumpkin peanut brittle from another vendor, so while it's good, it's not my favorite. Talked about that entirely too long. Okay, let me grab this. I see a scoopable right here on top. This is Witch Bitch. It's Palo Santo, hint of books, smoke from the black flame candle, oud, and a touch of sweet vanilla. This was lovely. It was super strong. I really, really liked this. It has like this really pretty kind of note to it, and I don't know. There was something I wanted to say about this, and now I forget. It definitely changes up a bit on warm, and I liked it even more on warm. So I'm excited about melting the rest of this scoopable, and I would repurchase this one. I don't know, the way it blends together, it's really not a lot of books. It's definitely a hint of that book note, which I like. Sometimes library scents or book scents can really overpower a blend for me, and here it doesn't. So I really, really like that one. My cat's scratching to come in here 1 second. Come on. Well, are you coming in? Psst, Johnny, I'm gonna shut the door again. Come on. Okay. All right. Now he won't come in, so you might hear him meowing in the background. His cat tree is back here, so he likes to come back and sit, but he really doesn't like the door to be shut because then he feels confined. So he doesn't want to come in, but he's gonna stand there and scratch at the door and cry. Anyway, I melted some Miracle on 34th Street. This is White Woods, Vanilla Lace, and Golden Amber. Really lovely. This is a super strong performer, and it lasts forever. It's like a really pretty kind of body care vanilla scent. You do get like the White Woods, but so like it has that little bit of a woodsiness, but it really, to me, smells like a really pretty vanilla body care. But I really like it. Like I said, super strong performer and lasts for a long time. I forget where I melted that this time, but it was still super strong. Okay, next one I have is Carpathian Mountains. This is a mint frosty forest of mystery, murder, and mayhem. I really like this one. I think I did this in the bathrooms this time. I think I like it more for like the living room, but it was good in the bathrooms too. Yeah, I don't know what exactly this is. I definitely get that mint note. And there is like that woodsy like tree note in here, but I am not sure exactly what it is. It's really nice though. It's a good performer, and I would repurchase this scent in a different shape. I think usually I get puppy packs if it's something that I just want to try. They're not like my favorite, but I would get that in bunts, or probably bunts or a scoop, something like that. I melted some Hagrid's Hut. I love this scent. I melted this in my bedroom this time, and it was actually really nice in there. It was like really relaxing. This is Earl Grey tea, moss, cedar, and saffron. It's just so good. You definitely get the tea, but there's like this herbal tone to it, and you get the cedar and the moss. I love this one. Yeah, that will definitely be a repurchase. I would like to have like a couple bud packs of this one in the future. I just love that. And that lasted a super long time too. I put that in, I think Friday afternoon, and Saturday afternoon it was still going strong, and I leave my warmers on 24/7, so it was really nice. I finished this sample of Boom Boom Warm Vanilla Sugar Blackberry. I love this, like way more than I expected to. It was so beautiful. Yeah, oh my gosh, I don't know, it's really nice. I would definitely love to have this in like a body spray, like her dry oil I really like. I would love to have it in that for like summertime. Although this could be a year-round scent, but it just smells like a warm summer scent to me. And this was super strong. My tea light warmer, really, really love that. I was surprised by that one, but I would definitely repurchase that in wax or in body care. I need to keep that one aside. I keep forgetting. I want to start a notebook and just like take off these stickers and put them in a notebook so I know what scents I liked, especially for L3. I can get confused sometimes because they offer so much all the time, and a lot of the time it's blends that people will just like come up with on their own and they don't have a name, so I want to remember to get more of that. Okay, I finished this. I think this was a Matrix. Yeah, it was a Matrix melt, in Benny and June. This is French Baguettes, Honey Butter, and Blackberry Marmalade. This is another one I would repurchase. This one is so unique to my nose. Like you get, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily smell like French Baguettes to me. You get like this warm kind of honey butter and blackberry scent. I don't know, it's just really interesting on warm, and it's a good performer. Yeah, so Benny and June, I would grab that again. I really like that blackberry marmalade note in there. I melted some cranberry marmalade, Frosty, Fizzy, Bubbly. I did this in my kids' rooms. I really like this one. That Frosty, Fizzy, Bubbly is so good. I like it more than like Fizzy Pop. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a super effervescent ginger ale. And this just smells like the cranberry ginger ale. I usually get it around Christmas time. It's like the only time I drink soda is around Christmas with the cranberry ginger ale because it's so good. And that smells, this smells like that. And this kind of like opens my sinuses a little bit with that Frosty, Fizzy, Bubbly. I love it. It's a good performer. It smells amazing. I would repurchase the Frosty, Fizzy, Bubbly. And I would probably repurchase this blend also for like Christmas time, New Year's, stuff like that. Okay, next one, Fluffy Towels Vanilla Balsam Spearmint. Where I had a couple that were kind of similar, and now I forget which one. Oh, I don't remember. I have this one, and then I finished this puppy pack of, or was it buns? I think this was a puppy pack. Fluffy Towels Spearmint Blue Spruce. I forget which one I liked more. There was one that I liked more than the other. I'm thinking it was the Blue Spruce, but I'm not sure. Ugh. I was trying to remember because I wanted to remind myself to reorder one and not order the other one, because I mean, I feel like I don't need both of these on hand all the time. Let me smell the vanilla balsam one. I don't know, they both smell really, really good. It might have been the vanilla balsam that I liked more. I don't know. I'll probably end up repurchasing like any kind of variation of these. They are both good. They both performed, and there was just one that I liked a little bit more, and I was like, you don't need to have both of them at the same time, but I don't know. They were both really good. Oh, I forgot I was putting empties on that side and those on this side. Okay. Oh, this one, Sugar Cookie Royale, Vanilla Balsam, Palo Santo. This is like everything that I want Christmas trees and cream from Teddy Bees to be. This is so strong and so good. It's so good. It reminds me so much of Christmas trees and cream, but this performed like far better than Christmas trees and cream. And it has that Palo Santo. This is just so nice. I would definitely repurchase this one. I loved that. I have a scoopable here in Mellow Fireside Peppermint Pink Sugar. I melted this in my bedroom. It's a really nice like bedroom scent. It's relaxing and it's pretty. It's really nice. I like this, and it's so strong. I think I melted this in my bathroom or in my bedroom last time as well, and it pours out of my room into the hallway, into the bathrooms. It's really, really nice. I melted some Winter Snooze. I think I just popped some of this in the bathrooms one day. It's icy peppermint, herbal, lavender, and chamomile. This is beautiful. I love that icy peppermint oil. Oh my gosh, it's so strong and like so good. The lavender chamomile in here is perfect. So relaxing and like sinus clearing also. I love that. That will be a repurchase. I'm gonna run out of room again. I thought I had plenty of room, but apparently not. I melted some vanilla balsam sugar cookie blackberry. This was actually really nice too. I didn't expect to like this as much. I don't remember where or how I felt about this last time I melted it. And even on cold, it's just like, it's okay. But I actually really like this. I don't normally like L3's sugar cookie note. I love her sugar cookie Royale. Her sugar cookie oil isn't my favorite, but on warm, I mostly got the vanilla balsam and the blackberry was beautiful in here. It was so strong and like juicy but pretty. I don't know, this was really nice. I don't know if I need to pick this up again, but I did really enjoy it. We'll see after I melt the rest of it if this is something that I would want again. I did really enjoy it and it was a good performer. Okay, I need to get a sip of my drink. Okay. I emptied a sample of vanilla balsam, which started me melting all of the other vanilla balsams. But I will say this one smelled different on warm. It didn't smell like other vanilla balsams or even the other vanilla balsam scents that I melted from L3. This had almost like a chestnut tone to it. Yeah, I can't smell it in the bag anymore, but I don't know. On warm, it just had like this tone to it that I've gotten from chestnut scent, so I don't know what was happening there. I liked it, but it didn't really smell like vanilla balsam to me. I don't know. I don't know if like some scent oils from something else like seeped into that. I haven't had that sample very long though, so I don't know. I melted some Rainstorm in the bathrooms. This is nice. I think I'm coming to realize that I like L3's like rain scents blended better than I like them on their own. This is really nice though. It has kind of a floral tone to it. Like a clean aquatic floral kind of vibe. But yeah, I don't think I need to get this on its own again, but I would get it in blends. It performed about a medium in the bathrooms. I've mentioned before, I don't get the best performance from the Trig Tarts. I don't know why. They smell strong on cold, but I really have no idea why that would be, but I just don't. I melted Peppermint, Rosemary, Mint, Vanilla Balsam. This is beautiful. I love the peppermint and the rosemary mint in here. Ugh, and I love vanilla balsam. This is so good. I could just, another one of those scents that I could just crawl into the bag. So I would repurchase this again. I look forward to melting the rest of that. It performed pretty well. I would say it was on the lower end of a strong throw. It wasn't like blowing me out of, I had it in the kitchen. It wasn't like blowing me out of the kitchen, but it was definitely very apparent while you were in there. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, I had to pause. My daughter's nurse called. Oh my, it's always something. Okay, I emptied this scoopable sample of sweet lavender peppermint. I did this in my bathroom. It was really nice. I guess it's a sweet lavender. I don't know. It's still kind of herbal to me. I just feel like lavender is always a little herbal. But I guess this has like a sweet kind of tone to it. It was really nice. I would pick this up again in like buns or something. I did really like it and it performed well. Oh, here's a bunch of bags that are emptied. This was a sample in Sweet Lavender, Peppermint, Boardwalk, Mellow, Sweet Lavender, Peppermint, Boardwalk, Mellow Clouds. I put this in my kids' bathroom at the same time I had the Sweet Lavender Peppermint going. Again, it was nice. It definitely had that Boardwalk Mellow Clouds that was apparent while it was melting. My nose is like burning now from the peppermint. I emptied a sample of caramel apple pumpkin pecan waffles. Today is October 3rd. I really like this. I mostly got the caramel apple and pumpkin pecan waffles. I would probably pick up something like that again from L3 because it was really enjoyable and strong. I finished my bunt bag of Overlook Hotel. This is a favorite of mine from L3. It's Cider Lane Toasted Marshmallows Smoky Fireside. It is not the Bath & Body Works Cider Lane, but it is still amazing. It doesn't have like a caramel tone at all in here. It's hard to explain. I feel like this is one you have to try for yourself, but it's definitely a favorite of mine that I will always repurchase. Cinnamon Sugar Coffee House Sugar Cookie Royale. I actually really like this. I'm having issues with L3's coffee scents. I can't seem to find one that I like, but this one was pretty good. I really liked the cinnamon sugar note in here. It had that roasty, like strong coffee vibe, but the Sugar Cookie Royale really helped tame it down, and it was just really yummy. I liked it. I don't know if I would need to pick it up again, but I did enjoy it. I finished this bag of Bonfire Leaves Coffee Bean. This was okay. I think it was Bonfire Bliss with leaves and coffee bean. It was okay. I don't think it's anything that I need to pick up again, but it performed well. Oh, I also dropped a whole bunch on the floor, okay. Oh, this one I just did last night. It's Cupboard Under the Stairs, Pink Frosted Animal Cookie, Strawberry Sugar. This was half of a sample. It was a big sample, but again, you can see how old it is from the label. The first time I melted this, I loved it so much. It was so good, and that's why I hoarded the second half. This time it was super light. I just held on to it for way too long. I know I love Cupboard Under the Stairs, so I would grab a blend like this again, or I would just get more Cupboard Under the Stairs, but I know this is a good blend. I held on to it for too long. Jumanji, this is like a lemon poppy seed kind of scent. I think there's something else in here, but I mostly got that lemon poppy seed, and I did really like it. I am a lemon bakery fan, and I think I like the lemon poppy seed bakeries even more, so I enjoyed this. It did really well on my tea light warmer. I would possibly pick that up again. This is Christmas at the Cabin, wood smoke, freshly cut Christmas trees, and sweet cinnamon sticks. I like this one. It's kind of your like run-of-the-mill Christmas time scent. I didn't get too much of that like wood smoke. I mostly got the Christmas tree note and the cinnamon. Yeah, it's nice. I don't know if I need to get it again, but it again performed well. I just, you know, I would pick up something similar to this like every year at Christmas because it's just that kind of scent. It kind of, let me smell this again. It kind of reminds me of, it's a little bit similar to, oh my gosh, what's it called? Cozy Fireside. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Cozy Fireside from Scentsy. So, you know, if I was craving something like that, I would grab it again. Okay, then again, look how old this is. I put a spell on you, cinnamon sugar French baguettes with our top secret bakery bomb blend. I do like the scent. I also have, I think I have a bunt bag in here also. Again, this sample was really old, so it didn't perform super well, but it was like a medium in my tea light warmer. And I'll just show you the bunts right now. I did these in my bulb warmers in the kitchen while that was going in the tea light warmer. And it is a really nice, like warm cinnamon sugar bread kind of scent. I do like that. I finished up this bag of Blueberries, saltwater taffy, graham crackers, buttercream frosting in my kids' rooms. I did get more of the blueberry this time in their rooms, but it's still mostly that saltwater taffy. It's not my favorite. Do you hear my cat scratching at the door again? It didn't smell terrible and it performed really well. It's not one I would grab again. 1 second. Jonathan, if you want to come in, come in. Come on. Come on. Psst, psst, psst. Johnny, come on. Psst, psst, psst. Okay. While I'm shutting the door, go sit on your cat tree. Go sit on your tree. Okay, guys, I would just leave the door open, but the reason I'm sitting back here is because my husband's home today and I just get like super awkward doing these videos where he can hear me. He doesn't care. He's like, why are you sitting back there? But it just makes it easier for me. So anyway, I emptied this bag of Palo Santo sugar cookie leaves. This was okay. It's nothing I need to pick up again. Like I said, her sugar cookie oil isn't my favorite. Get Toasted, S'mores, Espresso, Bonfire Bliss. I do really like this blend and I think I would pick it up again. I've mentioned before, I think this is Angela's blend here on YouTube. What is her name? For the Love of Wax, I think. Yeah, I can't smell it anymore, but it has, I just love that s'mores oil I've come to find. The espresso wasn't too overpowering, and then Bonfire Bliss just gave it like this sweetness. Yeah, so I did enjoy that. Christmas PJs. This is Downy Sugar Cookies Blue Spruce. I like this. I don't love it. I don't think it's one I need to pick up again. Again, it has that sugar cookie note, but it was strong and performed well in my bedroom. Here's a scoopable of Drums of Autumn. This is Fallen Leaves, Flaky Pie Crust, and Bakery Bomb. This is a newfound favorite of mine from L3. It's been around for quite a while, but I just tried it for the first time when I got this scoop. It's so good. I don't know, just the way those notes are blending. I just really like it, and on warm it is even better than it smells on cold. It's just like this really nice, comforting, housewarming bakery blend. Yeah, this is one that I would repurchase. Okay. Oh, here's another scoopable in Snooze Button, Blue Sugar, Palo Santo. This is just a really nice, like, bedroom scent. Did I melt this in my bedroom? I think I did this time. It's just that, I forget what's in Snooze Button, but it's obviously like a minty blend. And you do get the blue sugar and the Palo Santo. It's really nice, and look how pretty that color is. I don't know if you can even see it, but yeah, this one's good. I mean, I would probably pick up this blend again. I don't know if I need this exact blend, but something like it. Yeah, it's good. I melted some Top Gun. This is Clean Steel High and Tight barbershop haircuts and crisp clean linens. So I think this is clean cotton with stainless steel and barbershop 1920s. I really like this. Oh, it's really good, and I can't wait for summer. I feel like I'm gonna love this even more in the summertime. When I smell it, it's just like instant relaxation over my whole body. I love that. It's so clean. Yeah, I can't wait for summertime on a cleaning day. I'm gonna put this in like all the warmers. It smells so good. Why do I keep putting the half empties on that side? Okay. Oh, this guy was in there. Okay, Vanilla Balsam Laundromat. This one's okay. It's not a favorite. Like once I finish this, I'm not gonna need more of it. Like, it smells good. I feel like I get more of the Vanilla Balsam on cold, but then when it warmed, I got more of the Laundromat, and it was just like, you know, a bunch of different like laundry products. which I like, but I really wanted it to be stronger on the vanilla balsam on warm. So like I will enjoy melting the rest of this, but I don't need to pick up any more of it. I'm trying to open my ear. It's really annoying. Okay. Bonsai Domestic Goddess. Melted this in my kid's bathroom. I love bonsai. I forget what Domestic Goddess is. It might be something lavender. I don't know, it's pretty. It definitely like tamed down the bonsai a little bit. I emptied this Pizzelle sample in the kitchen. This was really yummy. Yeah, I can't smell it at all now, but I would definitely purchase some of this on its own or in a blend or something. It was really strong and like mouth-watering. I melted some VHS tapes. This is fresh baked bread, donuts, vanilla bean, Noel, and pretzels. This was stronger this time than I remember it being last time. And it smelled pretty good. I feel like I got mostly the bread and the pretzel note. Yeah, it was on the higher end of medium this time. I feel like last time it was on the lower end of medium. I don't know that it'll be a repurchase. I'm gonna have to melt the last couple pieces. I think that I thought I liked pretzel a lot more than I do. But like it smells good. I just don't know that I need more of it. Hufflepuff. This is a favorite. It's fresh baked cookies, sweet cinnamon sugar, and pumpkin pasties. I just really like this. It has this like really warm pumpkin, like not a spiced pumpkin. So like a warm, like think of like a fresh can of pumpkin but warmed up, which doesn't sound appetizing at all, but that's what I'm picturing here with a sweet cinnamon sugar. That's what I get from this, and I love it. It's just so like comforting. It will be a repurchase like every fall. And then I also melted pumpkin pecan waffles, sugar cookie Royale Hufflepuff. What was this? Puppy pack. I did this in the living room and dining room. This was really good. It's much less Hufflepuff, more pumpkin pecan waffles, sugar cookie Royale. But I melted this at the same time I had Hufflepuff going in the kitchen. So that was really nice. And I don't know that I would need to repurchase this because I really want that Hufflepuff more so than the other notes, but it was nice and it was strong. This is Cider Lane's Smoked Vanilla Bonfire Bliss Lord of Misrule. Really, really like this. I will say it was mostly Lord of Misrule and like that smoked vanilla, but, and again, her Cider Lane is not the Bath & Body Works Cider Lane, so I really liked it in here. I can't smell it at all in the bag now, but this was pretty strong. I had this in my entryway. I did really like this. I love Lord of Misrule. I would probably grab this again if I saw it. I probably wouldn't remember that I like this. Like I won't remember the individual notes, but if I saw something similar, I would probably grab it because those are all notes that I like. Bonfire Bliss, I'm coming around to it. Like I mentioned, now that I'm appreciating it for what it is and not for what I want it to be, I'm coming around to it. I melted some Excalibur in my bedroom. This is fresh from the forge in Avalon, cold steel and dragon's blood. So stainless steel and dragon's blood. This is really nice. This is stainless steel, right? Yeah. Oh, I love this. Just like it says it's an masculine earthy scent, and that's what it is. There's a fuzzy on it. That's what it is. It smells so good. Again, I could just crawl into this bag. Yeah, this is like incensey and masculine. It's beautiful. It kind of makes my mouth water. I will repurchase this. I mean, I still have all these fluted tart halves left, but I would repurchase that. I have a scoopable on candy cane eggnog. You guys have seen this several times. I love this scent. On cold, like if you get this and you smell it on cold and you're like, what is she thinking? On cold there is this like weird note, but it goes away completely on warm, and it's just this really creamy eggnog with that minty candy cane. It's so yummy. I will repurchase this one. I love it. I love L3's eggnog so much. Speaking of, I melted some Toasted Mellow Sugar Cookie Royale eggnog. This was good. The eggnog got much stronger after I let it sit for a little while. And I love it. I just love it. It's a super creamy eggnog vanilla blend. It's so yummy. Yes, I love that one. I would repurchase. Another eggnog. Pumpkin pie eggnog oatmeal cookie. This was good. This one wouldn't be a repurchase, I don't think. I mostly get the eggnog in here with like a little bit of spice from the oatmeal cookie. The pumpkin, or did I say the eggnog? I mostly get the pumpkin pie with a little bit of spice from the oatmeal cookie. The pumpkin pie, there's something on my glasses. Let's take them off. The pumpkin pie is really good. Like I really smell pumpkin pie in here. Like an actual pumpkin pie. With a little bit of that oatmeal cookie. I really don't get much eggnog in here at all. But it is really nice. It performed well. I just don't think it's one that I need more of after I'm done with that bag. I would probably pick up something similar to that. But I wouldn't like specifically go look for that one. I emptied a sample of Peppermint Patty Cupcakes at Tiffany's. I really liked this. I just love peppermint and peppermint bakery, peppermint chocolate. Yeah, this was yummy and it performed really well. I would maybe pick that up again. I don't know. Sometimes when I go in on an L3 order, all I want to do is grab a bunch of like unique random blends and not necessarily like, not that this is like a basic scent, but it's, you know, basic notes blended. Even though it was really good, I feel like when I go in for L3 restocks, I'm like, ooh, that sounds weird and interesting and like something I've never smelled before. But I don't know, I would maybe grab that again. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't have a ton of repurchases from L3 because there's always new things that I want to try. I melted some the Lorax Here's a Who in Whoville in my kids' rooms. This is pink sugar marshmallow cookies, cotton candy craze, and tinsel trees. I like this much more on warm than I do on cold. On cold, I get a lot of grapefruit and it's not my favorite. On warm, those other notes really come out and it's really nice and interesting. I think I would grab this again at like Christmas time, even though I feel like this is an all year kind of scent. Yeah, I do like it. I don't love it, but I feel like it's one that I would like to have in my collection, if that makes sense. I don't know. It performed well. I melted some Seattle Rain in the bathrooms. This is definitely different from Rainstorm. Oh, I just dropped some on the floor. I do think I like this one better on its own than Rainstorm. I still don't know if I need to repurchase it on its own. I don't know what's in here. I feel like there's like an orange blossom or something. I don't know. It still has a little bit of a floral tone to it, but also like earthy kinda. Aquatic. I don't know. It's nice. It performed okay. Again, Trig Tarts aren't the best for me. But I would probably stick to grabbing this in blends rather than on its own. Okay, I emptied a scoopable of Bonsai in my bathroom. I love Bonsai. It's just so strong. It's just like a really clean scent with a little bit of green. So nice. So strong. If you're looking for like a super strong clean scent, you have to try Bonsai. It's just so good. Bonsai is one that I try not to overdo, like, because I feel like I could get tired of it or it could start to make me feel kind of nauseated, but it's really, really nice. And it looks like I just have one left, and it is Cranberry Woods Smoked Vanilla Peppermint Sugar Cookie Royale. Cranberry Woods Smoked Vanilla Peppermint Sugar Cookie Royale. This is really good. I would repurchase this. I love it. I get the Cranberry Woods first and foremost, and then I get Peppermint, and then the Smoked Vanilla, and just like barely any Sugar Cookie Royale in here. I feel like it's just kind of blending everything together. Yeah, it's really good though. I love that Cranberry Woods with the peppermint. And this is super strong. Yeah, definitely would repurchase that. So that's everything that I melted this week. I'm pretty happy with what I got through. I have more empties than I thought. I didn't realize I had all these bags of empties. So I'm happy with that. Next week, well this week, today's Monday, the 7th. So today is when I start my new basket for this challenge, and it is loaf week. So I'll be recording that soon. I need to go pull a couple more things. You guys know I don't have a ton of loaves, at least if you watch my videos often, you know I don't have a ton of loaves. So I already pulled all of my loaves that I have, all but one I think. But I think I'm gonna pull some Scentsy bricks too because, sorry, hopefully you weren't crooked the whole time. I think I'm gonna pull Scentsy bricks because I don't have a ton of loaves. Like it's enough wax to get through the week, but I don't know if it's enough scents for me for the week. And I have a ton of bricks that I would like to use some of, and I think Scentsy bricks are like the equivalent of vendor loaves, so I'm just gonna add some. So I need to go pull those, and then I'm gonna record my melting basket for the week. But anyway, let me know what you guys got through in the last week. Did you stick to one vendor or did you switch it up? For me, it was really easy because I love L3 to begin with. So I didn't really feel the need to pull from any other vendors during the week. Yeah, that's everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you all later. Bye.